Yo! Video games.
Yeah, too, Kias. I don't think it's hard to forget the bouncer. That'd be a fun game to fucking just run through.
The bouncer.
That'd be a fun game to run through.
Wasn't that only like one player?
I can't fucking, no way. Hold on.
What?
Bouncer?
Yeah.
It had to be more than one player.
I think it was the single player game.
That game had amazing facial animations for 2000, dude. For the fucking year 2000, that game didn't look bad.
Wasn't that good either.
It's an average beat 'em up. Man, I can't even find out.
It's a one-player game.
Okay, supports the PlayStation 2 multi-tap, the device that makes it possible to plug in more than 2 controllers. The game's multiplayer versus mode supports up to 4 players simultaneously in the Battle Royale option. Battle Royale can also be played by a single player against 3 computer-controlled options, so the story mode is single player, but it has multiplayer.
Which means the multiplayer is an afterthought.
Oh yeah, it's just like you can just fight each other. Oh, the story's co-op according to Hurtbox, so there we go. Fuck, I'd play the bouncer. Fuck it. It's not terrible. It's actually, it's pretty. It's really pretty.
It was.
Well, I think actually, I would say that the bouncer's graphics probably still hold up to this day. Like, so much so that I don't want an FF7 remake that looks like Final Fantasy 15. I'd love it, but I don't want that because I think that's impossible. I don't think Square Enix has the mental aptitude to make that possible. If you want to make a Final Fantasy VII remake look like the bouncer or fucking Crisis Core, just up-res to like 1080p with like similar textures, I'm totally okay with that.
That's kind of what they did for Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, I'm totally fucking okay with that. Give us that. Give us that. Give us a game that looks like
Final Fantasy VII for your PlayStation 4! You can play it based on the PC build!
Fuck that guy.
He's such an asshole.
What is his name? Hashimoto?
No.
That's Capcom.
Fuck.
Yuri McDixalot?
I don't know. He's like he's the fucking CEO of the company.
I know, I'm trying to remember his dumb name. God damn, I hate that guy. Einhorn there is also a good game. We don't play many shmups on the channel, though. We did play Lords of Thunder, right?
Yeah.
Did we play? Did that ever go on the channel?
I don't know.
You'll
have to do a replay. We'll have to replay it with Mike. Mike loves
Crisis Core is a very good game. It's got a good combat system, too.
Crisis Core making me cry at the
Like,
end.
we don't need a fucking crazy graphics engine. Rain heals me! That's a great thing to think of. We don't need a crazy graphics engine for Final Fantasy VII. We don't need that. It'd be great, but I don't want the game to take 30 fucking years, and by the time it comes out, it looks dated like FF15. And you have to remake the whole game, practically. I want it just to look... Just make the characters look fucking good. Like that goddamn mobile game that they're making now with the Cloud and the Bike thing, the G-Bike racers, looks fine. Like, I'm okay with it looking like that.
You know what you need to bring over? Downhill Domination.
Yeah.
Oh, the biking game?
Yeah. You need to
Talk
bring
about a ridiculous, insane biking.
You need to bring that game over, Steve.
Crisis Core Crying Simulator.
Unfortunately, I don't have I usually carry my
your case somewhere else?
My one case with it's a select PS2 games, and I did not have it today.
Oh.
But usually it's in my bag.
Ah, jeez.
I have that in there. I have Samurai Western.
Oh god, I remember that.
I'm totally Arkham. I'm totally convinced.
It's 2 players. I beat it. It's 2 players after that, but I have not played the 2 players.
I'm totally convinced Arkham that 15 will come out on PC as well around the same launch date.
What?
Bujin guy with Gap.
I remember. Yeah, with Gap. Still have a shirt for that.
I want to play a crazy fucking old school game like Gungrave or Otogi.
I got both Gungraves.
Yeah, Gungrave or Otogi would be really interesting, but they're really obscure. Fucking Gun Valkyrie.
Xbox. Yeah.
Dude, Xbox got some like crazy like old Japanese treasure type games.
Old Sega games from like got merged with them.
Swindle-fed bullshit. Thank you very much, dude.
Bullshit.
I'm fully convinced that some of the graphics that they're showing off are running on PC. I bet you guys. Like, I've made some pretty crazy accusations over the past year, and so far the only one that has not come true has been Bayonetta on Smash Brothers. It's the only one that didn't come true.
That you know of.
Well, the other ones that I made crazy accusations about where I was like, trust me, the evidence lines up, all became true.
Bayonetta could still be a thing.
Well, it's true. There's a chance that Bayonetta could fucking make it into the game.
There
at
were some
some
interesting
point.
hints dropped from Platinum.
I think that was for like a stupid calendar.
Fuck! No, because they said in 2015. The calendar was released on Christmas Day.
Oh, you're right.
That was two completely separate things.
You're right. Fuck, I didn't realize that.
That thing was from one of their producers in an interview. The other thing was just them talking on Twitter.
You're right. So Platinum was saying something about Bayonetta's like not done. That there's going to be something Bayonetta related in 2015, and neither means an announcement of Bayonetta 3. Neither means Bayonetta DLC, or pretty much Bayonetta as a character in Smash Brothers.
Smash!
There's like a few different things it could mean. I don't know if there's any other options. They're like releasing a Bayonetta hentai pillow. I highly doubt the producer would be talking about it like that, though.
Someone's gotta buy me that pillow.
We gotta buy some anime pillows, man.
I know.
We really need to.
Next weekend.
God, good night, Bohemian Milk. Happy New Year, dude. Thank you again, man. Holy shit. It was nice talking to you tonight. This is Mech71. Sakurai's a big baby, so I don't think it's gonna happen. Very apt. This is a very,
He's a big baby.
very good choice of words.
Not really a baby so much as he's just like a...
Xcurian is like Bayonetta mobile game, Kappa. Oh, fuck you,
Not like a baby.
Xcurian.
He's kind of like a fucking 5-year-old who has like talent.
And a lot of clout.
He has a lot of talent, but like everyone fucking dotes on him.
And a lot of clout.
The thing is, people fucking propagate his ego way more than it needs.
He's got like a bigger ego than Kojima.
Yep.
Like in terms, he's probably like the biggest egocentric Japanese developer outside of Pizza Face.
Yeah.
I forgot his name. I only know him as Pizza Face. I shit you not.
Tonobu Itagaki.
Itagaki, yeah.
Pizza Face burn victim.
Itagaki's been really humble lately since he doesn't really successful anymore. He's been very humble in interviews now. It's kind of funny.
You know, Nintendo picked up his game.
Weapons of Mass Woo! Thank you very much, dude. Welcome, dude. Yeah, AO Blue. They used to make games pretty frequently. Not as much anymore.
How about Freaky Flyers?
Freaky Flyers.
Fuck me.
Wages of War is asking, did we like Final Fantasy XII? I did like FF12 a lot. I didn't like the characters as much, except of the obvious, like, Han Solo character, and Bosch, and some of those guys were cool. Even the main girl was pretty good. I forgot her name. But...
Ash?
Not Vash.
Not Ash. Was it Ash?
Was it Ash?
Yeah, Ash was like the...
A-S-H-E, yeah. Ash was pretty good. Oh my god. Chris Thought! Thank you so much, Chris Thought. I appreciate it, man. Balthiera was great. Yeah, dude, I really liked FF12. I didn't beat it. I got to the very end of the game and I didn't beat it, but I loved playing it. I did enjoy playing that game. It is fun.
Apparently,
Way more fun than 13. Holy fuck.
I was reading a thing on how like that game was like kind of really ill-received in Japan.
Really?
Yeah.
It was
like,
super successful over here. Like,
yeah,
holy
yeah.
fuck.
It was like... It was weird because you didn't hear much fanfare or hype, but it sold fucking bucket loads in America.
It's absolutely the most forgotten Final Fantasy, besides like some of the old
well,
ones.
the thing, well, of course, because it's a Japanese company. Apparently, yeah, like it was kind of really ill-received there. Like maybe not sales, but just like it's kind of like RE6. Oh, it sold great. How can you say it's ill-received? Well, because people bought it and didn't like it. Apparently, they hated the open world.
So you're saying it's like a Resident Evil 6?
I mean, I'm not saying the quality's Resident Evil 6. I'm saying that people in Japan really didn't like that style of game. They really
open world style, yeah.
Did not like the open world style as a mainline series. They didn't like it having a turn-based battle
Or
system.
maybe not having a main character technically.
I have freak style.
It's really
Well,
off-putting.
apparently the story goes is that the character that everyone thought should have been the main character was going to be the main character, and one who's sort of the main character of the storyline. The general or whatever, it's really, the story was supposed to be about him, and they focus tested it, and a bunch of the girls was like, I don't want to play as an old hairy general. And they kind of sort of panicked. You know how the director...
Vaughn is the main character because of focus testing.
Yeah, and same reason Raiden exists. And apparently, if you remember, the original director Matsuno had a panic attack and quit.
Yeah, well that game, the director's wife or mother died. No, that was FF7.
Yeah.
There was some crazy health issues with the director of the game.
Yeah, and he quit and left. So yeah, there was like all that crazy shit going on with it, and like someone else kind of finished it.
Now, Woofa Mario's like, why do Japanese developers not give a shit about the Western market, or probably any market outside of Japan? Motor82! Mort82, thank you so much, Mort. Because there's this thing called the Japanese bubble. And nothing exists outside of Japan in the Japanese bubble. Like, a lot of the big executive companies, like, you know, Capcom and Square Enix and Namco Bandai and a lot of the bigger ones, they really don't see outside the Japanese bubble. They only want to sell to Japanese people. And if it sells elsewhere, great! That's great!
A lot of it also comes from the, like, kind of like old guard mentality where they were pretty much the only prominent market for a long time in the game industry. And the thing is those people, they don't get fired, kind of thing. Like, if you have a couple bad years in an American company, you're fucking gone.
You're gone.
Whether you should be or not. Like,
there's a very good reason behind that too. Why Japanese executives? So what happens, guys? How we can translate this to layman's terms. Essentially, the Japanese video game industry was way bigger than America or anywhere else for a very long time in the 8-bit and 16-bit and 32-bit era. Even PlayStation 2, for the most part.
For
Japanese dominated. They made the best. They sold the most. That's how it went. And then came around the Xbox 360 and Call of Duty, Grand Theft Auto Revolution, and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, America was just on top, and they were making the big games. But for a long time, Japan was on top. And because of this, the people that were making those decisions still work at those companies. Those executives are still executives. And if you're in an American business, if you fuck up, you pretty much turn into a guy that hightails his ass to a mobile game company. You know, if you work at Microsoft. That's kind of what happens. So in Japan, that's not the case. These guys are still working there. They still remember their old success back from the early 90s and the late 90s and stuff. And they're just trying to emulate that or just keep doing that. But the problem is, and why specifically, why aren't these guys fired? Like, why aren't Japanese executives fired? It's commonly known that a lot of Japanese higher-end industry and a lot of the industry that's revolving around media and entertainment in Japan has deep roots in the mafia, has deep roots in the fucking Yakuza. And when you're a part of the family, you're always part of the fucking family. And guess who's always at the top? Family members. Really close members of a family. So getting rid of them is almost impossible. They pretty much stay there for their lives and get paid great fucking money to just make decisions. You don't get fired, you pretty much just stay. So a lot of the Japanese industry revolves around higher level members of the Yakuza running a lot of companies. Even fucking Nintendo's that way.
Well, Nintendo's the only one I have no definitive proof on, but
there's no proof, but
they're so fucking old that
they had roots in gambling for a huge amount of time.
fucking, like, they've been around so long that they probably are the Yakuza at this point.
How could they not be? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And the Yakuza ran a lot of the big business in Japan for a very long time.
They still kind of
I mean, that's the thing we're getting at, is that they still do. That's the reason why Japan's business is so much different than anywhere else's in the world, where, well, just fire that fucker. The board of directors is like, fuck that guy, get rid of him. And people get rid of people on the board of directors as well. Fuck that board member, get rid of them. That just happens. They just get rid of people. You don't get rid of family members. It doesn't work that way. Even if they fuck up a lot, they stay.
Yeah.
They take the business into the ground and they go like, well, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, Yakuza or not Yakuza, the point is,
That's some super Illuminati shit, Sea Dragon. That's like Illuminati fucking amazingly.
No, I mean, like, whether or not Yakuza, the point is, the Japanese people, the people who run these Japanese companies, stay there. They've been there, they were there before they were video game companies, and they're going to stay there. You can't just get rid of them like you could everyone else.
Happy Charlie year! Damn straight, Helix, I know that's you. Thank you very much, dude.
Yeah, and like, Japanese business is not exactly the best, because the thing is like, they're so, this is not, and this really isn't anything, shouldn't be anything surprising one, they're very they hate change. They're stubborn.
They hate change. They're super stubborn.
And if they've had success, they'll just keep fucking doing what they think will bring them success. They hate like trying to like adapt or rewrite themselves. Now, the flip side of that is like American companies, they spend way too much time, like money into R&D to like, oh, how do I fucking, we gotta radically alter our image. Like, let's spend a whole bunch of fucking money hiring like groups and like marketing analysts to figure out what we need to do to be different.
Yeah.
And there's like there's a developer friend of ours who posted a story about like a canoe race.
Yeah.
And how like basically like comparing how Japanese and American businesses operate in relation to like a canoe race, where like Japan will win a canoe race, right? And then America won't figure it out because they'll have all these executives and one guy rowing the canoe.
Mm-hmm.
So then what they do is they end up spending tons of their money into markets research analysts to figure out how do we make our canoe better. And they do all this shit that just bogs it down, and they still only have like one guy rowing the boat.
Yeah.
And so after they spend all this money and they still are unsuccessful, they fire the only guy who was actually rowing the boat, and then just try to burn the whole thing and start from scratch again, kind of thing. Where it's like they don't really like it's not saying how like, oh, like they're so dumb at business, America's so good. It's like America has its own retarded way of conducting businesses, and Japan has their own retarded way of conducting businesses. Basically, they're very different, but they're both retarded. That's the point.
Yeah. The big difference, like we were saying, is that Japanese executives don't really go anywhere, and American executives, if they fuck up, you're gone.
Yeah, and I mean that kind of gets into like a sort of personal, like, how do you feel business and marketing and all that shit should work. And you know, personally, I'm like, look, if you fuck up, you're done.
Yeah.
You drove a company into the ground, you're bankrupt.
Get out.
You don't get to make decisions.
You're not
anymore.
allowed to make decisions anymore. If you're at Capcom and you have a year where no fucking video games come out, and somehow all the people that are in charge are still in charge, then what the fuck is going on? You know?
Yeah, for me it's very much like fucking 15. Look at Final Fantasy 15. It took Square fucking like 8 years to get rid of Nomura off that project.
Yeah.
I would have fired his ass in 2.
Yeah.
Like after 2 years, if I didn't see progress on that game, I would have been like, "You're out. Fuck you. You're done. You're not wasting any more of our money on this little project of yours." But like that fucker hung around for over 8 years.
Yeah.
Over 8 years before he got kicked off the project, and they brought someone else in, and it looks like they're finally getting done with the game. But the thing is, that
There's still no release date.
No, it's still no release date.
The game ain't coming out until
and
2016.
It's when it comes out, it'll be at least 10 years because they were working on the game before it was announced.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there was even like I remember seeing some prototype footage
You want this, Steve? You can
of Versus 13 when it was on PS2.
Yeah.
Like the battle system, they were fucking around with the battle system.
It was an emulation of the Kingdom Hearts battle system.
Yeah. So I mean, it'll be long. It'll be way more than just the 2005 announcement. It'll have been in development for over a decade.
Yeah. And Nomura's a good artist. He's a great artist. His art style is interesting. It spawned an entire fucking generational like impact of how people like characters, like Japanese style characters to look. The whole fucking gacked impact, you know. But I just don't think as a game designer, he's that great. I don't think
He's not good at management. He's not good at directing.
He's not a really good director.
I mean, Kingdom Hearts 2 should have been the first real telltale sign, because that game was kind of pushed back and delayed, and it was like way the fuck at the end of the PS2's like lifespan, if you think about it.
Looked good.
Oh yeah, I mean, like it looked good for it, sure, but I mean, his games were taking way too fucking long to get done.
Yeah.
You can't work on a game for more than 3 years.
Let's just establish that FF15 has been in development for like that fucking long now.
Yeah.
They made an entire MMO and other expansions to MMOs with like giant HD bullshit towns, you know what I mean? Huge expansions and another complete MMO, trashed that MMO and then made another MMO. Like MMOs take way more resources to make than just the average just single player game design. they made that, and they made an expansion as well. Like, that's how fucking long FF15 has been. And they also made Final Fantasy 13 with 3 fucking sequels. When they were revealed around the same time. Like, something super fucked up happened. Like, ridiculously fucked up to make things go that south in that company. But yeah, and then you see where, like, most of the talent in that company is now. Because, dude, fuck me. FF14, it is an MMO, but goddamn, does it look really good? And it's a hardcore-ass Final Fantasy game. Like, oh, it's an MMO, but it's a hardcore-ass Final Fantasy. Like, it does a really good job of making you know that it's a Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy 13, not so much. Final Fantasy 15, not so much either. Dudes are in a car, things are big monsters. They're not really Final Fantasy games. They're trying to, like, we want to redefine what a Final Fantasy game is. Like, that's what they all end up trying to do, you know what I mean? We want to redefine what a Final Fantasy game is. Every single time.
They usually just make a game.
How about you actually make the video game?
Who cares what it's called? Just make the
FF14 is amazing. I got to level fucking 50 in that game. I loved it. It's fun. The huge fucking world. Huge world. Super detailed. Like, it doesn't take that much fucking effort. And somehow FF15 is not going to be coming out till, like, probably early 2016.
Yeah, in America, for sure.
In America, yeah. Any thoughts on Valve? Not really. Not a huge fan. I love their games are great, but I've never really been a huge fan of Valve games, like Half-Life and Portal and stuff. They're okay. They're great.